Okay, so we are going to study this Cakkadhamma. Now, Chief, you want to say something on the Cakkadhamma? What is the Cakkadhamma?
ครับอาจารย์
Mhm. So Chakka itself is a will, and that means always moving or rolling, yeah, rolling forward. And here, rolling forward is basically talking about for the prosperity and good, because this chakra here representing the prosperity for the good, and dhamma is uh, normally it's a wholesome dhamma. Okay, so the will or the chakra itself is telling something is rolling ahead to the destination. Mhm. And the Dhamma. So there are four wheels of prosperities. Now, it's supposed it should be Chatu Chakkadhamma. Chatu Chakkadhamma. Chatu Chakkadhamma. So here, what do you think of a prosperity?
ปฏิรูปประเทศวาสะ
Huh?
cross the way to develop our mind ourselves
Where is it all? Okay. Tanchip, you unmute yourself. Okay.
sorry ครับอาจารย์
Yeah. So, what do you think of a prosperity? And how?
Prosperity.
Yeah. Progress, prosperity.
Why in like the world?
With just share your thoughts.
On prosperity.
Yeah.
Impermanent. But real prosperity is, I guess, the path, gaining wisdom and good karma and enlightenment.
Sanjeev, what do you think of a prosperity?
prosperity I think is the way to develop ourselves and to gain the greatest profit of our life.
Okay. So here, this Cakkadhamma is, this is what it says. Okay. So means the will. Chakka means a will. Cakkadhamma refers to the Dhamma that is like a will of driving ones to worldly and spiritual prosperity. So it doesn't matter whether the worldly or the spiritual prosperity, one has to have these four dhammas. It's like a car. All these four wheels in a car needs to be working properly. And only then the prosperity is there. Only then you can drive a car and go to your destination. If any wheels are not properly fixed, then you cannot drive away. Similarly, in order to spread and get the and a prosperity of a Buddhism, we have to have four pillars, right? You remember what are the four pillars? Yeah. So four pillars are bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, upasaka, and upasikas. They are like four chakras for the prosperity of Buddhism. Yeah?
Mhm.
Whereas here, Cakkadhamma is about the prosperity of oneself, whichever aims you have, whether it's worldly or spiritually. Okay? And there are four uh, factors. That's a patirupadesavasa. And then second is sapuri sapuri supasawa. Yeah, sorry, supasaya. Atta sama panidhi. Oh, the last one is now different one. Okay.
Tasamma panidhicha etam mangalamuttamam.
Ubbe kata punyata.
Etakatapunya.
Supposed to be Ubbe kata punyata. Okay.
Tasamma etakatapunyata etam.
So, do you want to say anything? Anyone has got any idea about Patirupadesavasa?
Patirupadesavasa.
What does it
Yeah.
mean?
Uh, take our take ourselves to the right place.
Right place? Huh? What do you think
And
is the right place? What kind of a right place?
right place. Hmm. Like we have a good environment. Like the people uh, at that place or that area. Uh, they are observing the precepts
Hmm.
and they are good and they are not doing any bad
Hmm.
bad things.
Hmm. Okay.
And there is no pub or club, something like that.
Good luck finding.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
And the environment, I think, is affects us a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, Kal, what do you think about Patirupadesavasa?
Living in a good country.
Living in a good country. What do you think is a good country?
Uh,
What do
place
you mean
where,
by good country?
well, not really good, but a place where Dhamma is established. And there is support for you to live a life, a good life.
Hmm.
Um, where they have virtuous people
Hmm.
and a means to support yourself by through Samma Ajiva.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So to live in a suitable country. Now, suitable country is a very tricky one. Suitable place or suitable country is difficult to explain.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean rich country.
No, not a rich country. You can be in a war zone, but can be a suitable place to stay. Yeah. So Patirupa is a suitability, and a desa means a country or a place. Vasa means living. Okay. So Patirupa, desa, vasa. Vasa means living.
Place where there is Dhamma.
Okay. And this also comes in highest blessings. Yeah? Patirupa desa vasocha. Etang mangala mutamang. Yeah? So this comes, and when we look at the Mangala Sutta, we see the blessings number 4. Yeah? To reside in a suitable location. Patirupa desa vasocha. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Good environment makes life safe and happy. Will follow good example of being good. Fearless to face with problems. One will be successful, spiritual and worldly life. Now further, there is a 4 ways to define this suitable place. Location, easy to learn and honest living, as Tankal said. Hmm? Good house and community and no diseases.
Oh,
Now, we're
Mm.
full of
so we
diseases.
cannot find
Live on the moon.
or we can go to the Mars, the
Okay.
moon and the
Safe
Mars.
environment, water, electricity, road, etc. is
I don't really need electricity. Road.
there.
Places.
No, this is a suitable place. I want ideal place. Okay.
Yeah, the jungle.
So this is a suitable place according to the Mangala Sutta, right? And where you can find food easily, and it's self-sufficient. You have self-sufficient for food supply also there all around, and then you're shopping not far away and not and difficulties for shopping. There is a all year supply of the food, and I think if you have a self-sufficient living, then these will again no need.
Yeah.
Okay, so these supply, you don't have to have anyone to supply any food, and you don't have to go shopping. You are self-sufficient. You have everything in your own house or on your own in your own area. Okay? And this is another one which is quite
Hard to find.
this neighbor, a good leader. So every communities have got a leader. Doesn't matter how small that community is. That leader should be a good leader. Okay? And if we are living with a good leader, then it enhances and it helps one to grow in the Dhamma. And having a good neighbors also it's a good one. It's not easy to find, but it's good to have a good neighbors around so that you can feel safe. Less crime, and close to the doctors, and etc. So easy to find the doctors in a way. So these are the factors we can define it as a suitable place. But this last one is the important one, Dhamma teaching. Yeah? This is for the world. This is for the spiritual growth.
Even nowadays, you could that counts as anywhere because you can have it in the internet. You can find the Dhamma.
You can have a knowledge.
Mhm.
Achara gochara. So you have to learn from attending, learn from doing things. That it makes more practical than just the knowledge.
Looks it.
Yeah, looks it. Yeah. So having temple near, so and do and meritorious deeds and spiritual advice. Yeah. So these are this one is the important one, but very few people will follow. Okay. Um, and this is a Dhamma teaching. So whenever we talk about the suitable place, we're talking about the location, food, neighbor, and the Dhamma. These three, 1 to 3, is concern about any growth, worldly or spiritual. One has to have it, um, like food. If there is no sufficient food, and then it will be difficult to survive. Like in mountains, so in Nepal or in northern Nepal, there used to be many temples, monasteries, but
Mm.
because of the water supply dried out, so those temples and villages abandoned, and that's because the water supply,
What was the water? It was a spring.
spring water, and just dried out. Uh,
You should
Mm.
realize.
mm, right? Like that. And the
Uh,
neighbors
Ajahn,
again, good leader, good neighbor. Uh,
Ajahn Suchon, would you like to visit your own place in
Sorry?
Nepal? Would you like
Yes,
to visit Nepal again? Oh,
yes, yeah, I would like to.
but not now.
Not now.
We were talking yesterday about wandering around in India and Nepal for.
Mm.
I wanted to do it for a few years.
Do you
Mm.
want to go?
You
Yes,
wanna join?
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to go, but because of COVID-19.
Yeah. Because of COVID, we cannot do anything. We cannot go anywhere.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, yeah, Tankal is applying for the documents. Once he got and the COVID is settled, then he will be traveling, and you can travel with him. Sri Lanka, India, wanderers,
That's not yet. In few years, when I'm ready.
wandering around, wandering monks. Uh,
I wanted to walk in the Buddha's footsteps in India.
Oh, how
mm,
far is that?
Very far.
it's a long walk, many days, many weeks.
Mm.
Yeah. So you can go. Mm,
Of course, if I have a chance
yeah.
and the situations are okay.
Yeah.
No, no. Visit Sri Lanka when I
Mm,
go.
Yeah.
mm. Okay. Suitable place. Now, anything you want to add on that? A suitable place. Any story or any country you think suitable? Let's say Sri Lanka. Do you think a suitable country, a suitable place? But
Oh,
is it patirupadesavasa or
I have no idea about Sri Lanka. I have no any information.
uh, Pankal can tell you a history, Sri Lankan history.
Wow, very long.
In
Okay, maybe
one
next
side.
time.
What Buddhism came to Sri Lanka about 2,300 years ago, I think. Yeah,
Oh, not so
2,300
long.
years ago.
Oh,
Uh, we had
yeah, it's long.
at that time after we had a capital city called Anuradhapura, which was a center of Buddhist learning. We had the two of the biggest universities in the world at the time called Mahavihara and Abhayagiri.
Oh,
Mahavihara was where Venerable Buddha Gosa was, well, a professor, I guess.
Mhm.
He wrote the Visuddhimagga and other
oh,
commentaries.
yes.
I think was it Paramatta Jyotika, Patisampidamagga, a lot of commentaries he wrote. Then even before Acharya Buddha Gosa, there was several other monks who wrote commentaries like Vimukti Magga and several other commentaries that Buddha Gosa, Venerable Buddha Gosa based his work on as well. Um, we had then after we had lots of wars with India,
Mhm.
Indian invaders. We won some, we lost some. We had we built a lot of big temples, big statues, really beautiful monasteries. We we had a lot of practice. That we say in Sri Lanka there is a saying, you can't even lay out a mat on the ground without uh, you can't avoid without putting it on a footsteps of a arahant. They say there were so many arahants in Sri Lanka that you can't find a place in Sri Lanka where you can put down a mat where they haven't walked. So we had a very big practicing history, but that was lost for about 1,000 years until about 1950s when Mahasi Sayadaw came to us and taught meditation. Until then, it was very rare to find meditation masters or monks in Sri Lanka because it died out. And we also then had to deal with invasions from Europe. So our Sangha started dying out um, because the Portuguese Catholics were persecuting the Buddhists. They were destroying temples and killing a lot of people and monks and forcing conversion. So we lost a lot of Sangha. So it was thanks to Thailand that we have Sangha because Thai monk called Venerable Upali with invasions from Europe. So our Sangha started dying out
Hello?
because Venerable Upali from Thailand came to Sri Lanka and gave Upasampada to many monks, and that's how we got our Sangha back. And we also got some Sangha from Burma afterwards. So yeah, actually, I think we sent um, Sangha for Upasampada in Thailand as well before we sent, right? Because there was not enough Sangha in Sang. So we gave Buddhism to Burma and Thailand, and we got Thailand and Burma returned favor to us by saving us, by saving our Sangha. And then we had a war for 30 years after the British left. With the north and the south, where lots of monks were killed and temples were destroyed as well. Yeah, you should go. It's very nice.
Anything to ask, Sanjeev?
Uh, yes. I. Do you think Buddhism can be destroyed by other religions or not?
Pardon?
uh, do you think Buddhism can be destroyed by other religions?
I don't think it can be destroyed because there will still be some left. The Dhamma will still be left. We have the Tripitaka, but everything is impermanent. So Buddhism will end one day. But I think the threat is both from outside and inside. We have lots of ideologies and religions outside Buddhism that can be quite violent and want to change the world according to what they see, very single-minded and quite violent. But also within Buddhism, you have lots of people trying to um, corrupt the teachings and a lot of the schism in the Sangha and superstitious beliefs and trying to pollute the teachings of the Buddha for a long time now. So I think I think looking at Sri Lanka is more likely that we would destroy ourselves than outsiders.
I think so. Same as in Thailand.
Okay, Sanjeev, would you like to tell us about the Thailand?
Oh,
Religion in Thailand?
I,
Short.
I got grade C in history of China.
Okay. Okay, tell us.
uh, I have little knowledge about history, Thailand history, but I will try.
Okay.
I have heard that before before Buddhism came to Thailand, Thai people believed in ghosts and respected the gods. Yes,
Hmm.
and
Same in Sri Lanka.
they believe that they believe ghosts as a god, something like that. and and after Buddhism came to Thailand, yeah, the good teaching was spread. But after Buddhism came, uh, Hindu Hindu came to Thailand again, and then try to bring their teachings like uh, to respect gods and god and goddess, and then try to mix Hindu and Buddhism together. So this is why when Thai people go to temple and bow down to the Buddha image, and then oh I beg for something something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, the same issue.
and then bow down and go back home. It
Hmm.
is not different from respect to Hindu gods. I
Yeah.
think even that is the Buddha statue, Buddha image, but the the conduct is the same.
Hmm.
Yeah, yes.
Mm.
This
We
is
have
what
this.
I have known.
Mm.
We have this as well. Like we have the Jai Sri Bodhi, which is a cutting from the Buddha's enlightenment body, and I think it's the oldest one, surviving, um, oldest surviving Bodhi tree. So it's very sacred to us, you know. It's the most important part of our Buddhist culture in Sri Lanka. But there are people who go there and pray for better exams and promotion and lottery tickets and trying to make offerings and asking for this and that
In
and
Thailand, especially on the first the first day of the month and the middle of the
yeah,
month.
on the poya on the full moon days. And we also have like not every temple but mostly village temples, but this doesn't happen in monasteries. But in these village temples they have like a small house for Hindu gods. So people go to Buddha and ask for something, and then they go to the Hindu gods and then ask for something more. So they so they don't go to the temple to find
Get the
the
teaching
there to find the teaching and
and
improve their
practice.
life through the teaching, but they just ask for lottery tickets and promotions or jobs or children, grandchildren.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
I think we are getting headache because of this.
yeah.
Do you think that is bad?
Yes,
Huh? Why do you
but
think that is bad?
some I think it's not too bad. But if someone said that that is uh, Kusalobhaya or Kusala Upaya to convince people to come to temple and to get a teaching, but yeah, the most of them said like that. That is Kusala Upaya, but
Mm.
in fact, they just stop that thought because when people come to the temple and buy some amulet,
Mm.
to respect something like that. And
Mhm.
yeah, the money come to the temple, and they think, oh, this is good, and I will not give the teaching, just enough, and stop
Mm.
with the money.
Mm.
And yeah, this is bad. But if someone try to convince people uh, to go to the temple with some kind of trick or amulet or something like that, but the final, they give the people teaching, the Buddha teaching. I think this is good.
Mm.
But I haven't heard that.
Okay. What do you think? Do you think it's good or bad?
I think
Or should practice or not?
I think it's bad, but also it's like people are like this, you know. There was a monk who said that Buddhism will always be a minority. Like true Buddhist belief, true Buddhism will always be a minority because most people they would just want to forget, just want a distraction, and they just want to have some comfort with, you know, fantasies and beliefs like this. So in a way, if it makes them happy, it's okay. You know, it's like casting a very big net, and you're going to catch lots of fish, you know, and some of this fish is useless, but some of them you might find a big tuna or something, you know. So from these all these people who come to a temple, maybe one or two of them, if they hear the real Dhamma, maybe it can influence them and maybe it would take them on the path. And but as a monk, I've decided that I don't want to take part the the superstitious beliefs because I think it's harming Buddhism.
Yes.
I really don't want to do any of those
Talismans.
talismans, amulets, chasing ghosts, blessing their pens or paper or anything that the Buddha says told me not to do in the Brahmajala, I won't do. But if it exists, it's okay. I understand why people want it, and I understand why some monks do it as well. I think Ajahn Sujan said he described like your teacher taught you like when you want to catch a bird, you can't just go and grab it. You have to put like
Mm.
little little crumbs
Mhm.
until you know it walks alone. So these rituals, I guess they have some people benefit from them, and not like they get their wish, but maybe they'll be closer to monks like I described, and maybe something will soak through to them, and maybe they will improve in the Dhamma.
Mhm.
Now, Manit, what do you think?
งงเลย มัน
You have to unmute. We can't hear you.
เปิดไมค์หมอนิด
Okay.
Also, can I add something? Like
Yeah.
this modern day is very different from the old days. Like these practices, they were accepted in the old days because most people had no idea. But in the new generation nowadays, when people, a lot of young people say this, they think it's ridiculous. So they think Buddhism is like some kind of magic, you know, like monks are magic men, and Buddhism is something like um, very superstitious and very I don't know, mythological, you know. But so for them, for a lot of young people, especially nowadays, like educated and just anyone really, because you can find anything on the internet. If they see this, they start thinking the wrong thing about the Dhamma. They don't see the true beauty of the Dhamma. They don't see the complexity and the depth of the Dhamma. So it can chase some of them away. So maybe it was good in the past, but not so much nowadays because we need more young people to be part of Buddhism, and they could be discouraged by seeing these superstitions, which is also why I decided not to take part of them
There
because
are some young
Yeah,
people.
oh yeah, yeah, but it's okay. They can stay away. Yeah, that's true. I did meet a couple of young people who have these beliefs as well.
Hmm. Um, so, should we have amulets?
no.
No.
No, we should not. We must not.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
Actually,
like
when someone came to me and gave me the amulet for something I don't know. They gave me and then thank you thank you Kapante. And then when I came back temple, uh you come on, okay, I'll give you this. You want it, right? Okay, I give you. So I don't want to have any amulet except that is from Pajama Mahavishyan, but it's just my birthday gift. But I don't think that is special or some kind of a superstition, something like that. But I think that it's just the thing that uh, Prajan Mahavishyan have given me on my birthday. That's it. Yeah.
out of respect for your teacher.
Yes.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. So, do you think that Thailand is a suitable place, or Sri Lanka is suitable place to stay?
Oh, it's hard to to say.
Because as we know that in Sri Lanka and in Thailand,
Have the
majority are
same
Buddhists
thing.
and
Yeah.
plenty of temples and many monks, many
I
institutions that we go and can learn Buddhism and practice
for
meditation.
for me, suitable place. We cannot mention as a country, but community is okay. Just like this. This is uh, community.
Mm.
Even we are in the different country, but we have the chat room or video conference, something like that.
Mm.
And this is the suitable place, I think.
Mhm. So it's not like a whole country is a suitable place, but a small community.
Yes.
Uh, mm, do you think?
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, you can find communities like this in both in Thailand and Sri Lanka, but also online or
Mm.
in here. I think most of the world now is patirupadesavasa, thanks to Dhammadutas.
Mm.
So you can find the good environment anywhere in the world, except for some parts.
Mm.
I think Thailand, Sri Lanka is very, especially like I think our countries will be good because they can support the Sangha more than over here.
Yes.
Like we sometimes we worry that we are okay now with food because we have a lot of really nice good people who are desire who are donors here, so we have lots of food. But I was thinking like if you were living in a temple somewhere in the UK, I'm pretty sure it will be easy to go hungry
Mm.
because there's only like few Buddhists, and the culture here, they don't like giving dana. They think it's helping people be lazy. So they don't like donating food. They don't even like giving money to homeless people. So I think it will be easy to go hungry here, and in the cold as well, you can die. So yeah, Sri Lanka, Thailand is definitely Patirupadesavasa.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thing on this patirupadesavasa you think should have or can have or will be? One
Mm,
more thing I wanted to tell you that about the amulets. uh We cannot uh, presume that everybody will be uh, everyone has got the same faith. Okay, where each individuals are different and then different levels of people around. Some people they just want to have a comfort of their life, and some people want to learn more the Dhamma for the liberation, and like that. So that's why there are different levels of the people, and we have to approach in a different levels in
Mhm.
different ways. Yeah? So this some people it's like a grassroots. Our human being, we human beings are still conditioned by the first gene that we are. We when our ancestor used to live with the nature and begging for the safety and the comforts from the nature. Yeah, and that gene is still continues in us
Mm.
deep down in our hearts. We still feel this insecurity, and because of that insecurity we always grab anything that brings or probably gives us a comfort and feel that security may not be secure, but the sense of a security. It's like you have a CCTV at home. Doesn't mean that a burglar can't get in, but you have a comfort, a feeling of a security, like that.
This is Maya. The
uh, so like that. So that's a group of people. They want to have like a security and a secure. There's a CCTV feeling of a secure, and some people will have no security. They just disregard the security or CCTV, feeling that they are okay, like that. So
mm,
uh, that's why there are different people, and this is how these amulets been produced, and you can see it doesn't matter what level of people are. They always want to have some form of amulets, although we know that that's not the right path, although we know that that's not the right security, that will not bring um, peace, or take you to the line that you work uh, towards the spiritual achievement. But there are still people wanting to be in that way. But when we look at the teachings of the Buddha, as a Buddhist monk, we shouldn't be involved in these
Mm.
activities, and we basically we shouldn't be creating such amulets or things. But if someone is doing, it's fine.
Mm.
It's the way they're dealing with, and particularly if you are a meditation masters and you're creating those amulets, then that's totally wrong.
Yeah, you're
That's totally,
destroying the
yeah,
purpose.
yeah, destroying the purpose. And again, we can see that most famous meditation masters are making those amulets simply for different purposes, to raise a fund or to raise to help others, like that. Doesn't matter any purpose, but the first purpose is already destroyed.
Yeah.
You are already against the teachings of the Buddha, which Buddha said you shouldn't be doing it. So it doesn't matter what purpose it is. But anyway, there are people doing it. There are people practicing it. So it's their own sense of feeling security, secure, and ways of doing it. And if somebody again asks us to do something and it's related to these, then we can nicely say. we have given up such skills. You can do something else.
Trust in your actions.
Yeah, like that.
I think like you're right. It's like not enough faith,
Yeah.
like not enough saddha if you want to rely on amulets and astrology
Be-
instead of.
yeah, because the Buddhist
Actually,
path is difficult.
I I came to Buddhist path because of superstition.
Yeah, so you're one of
Examples.
the good fish. You know, like they cast a big net and they caught a tuna.
I like that. Yeah.
So also like even on the path, like it's very difficult the Buddhist path, and the kilesas they get so subtle and very cunning as well. So there is like they find your weakness, and that can be exploited. So even me, I'm not going to be too complacent right now, and it could happen to me as well. You know, something could go wrong here, and I start wearing amulets and looking for stars. So I'm not going to look down on people who do it. You never know.
Okay.
But I think I have enough faith to avoid that.
Okay, Monit, do you have anything to share? You have to unmute.
เปิดไมค์หมอเปิดไมค์
You have to unmute.
ยังไม่ได้ยินหมอ
unmute
ได้ยินแล้ว
Do you have anything to share?
oh just quit my work no I think my patient may have bowel perforation from heavy drinking heavy drinking in New Year New Year celebration
Okay.
That sounds horrible.
of COVID
Thailand have much case about this
Is it where your bubbles blow up? Basically, they just start bleeding. Is it
yes
when the bubbles get damaged,
Yeah.
they start bleeding?
I see fluid in his abdominal cavity. I think this fluid may be blood mixed gastric content.
Oh no, that could be that deadly, yeah?
No,
Oh, that's horrible.
no death.
Oh. So it's like a bag full of shit.
He need emergency อะไรอะ surgery. I think so.
Just for one night of fun.
Yes.
So, Monit, we were talking about patirupadesavasa, suitable to live. What do you think? You have anything to say?
Oh, I think this life of us is good for patirupadesavasa now. Because we live in country that have Buddhism, and our country is proper for study Buddhist and meditation and
Mhm.
have many Kalyana myths in country, such as uh, such as Vipassana master, พระอาจารย์ and you
I am not in your country now.
But you are in this
I
Zoom
think
application.
we are all Kalyana myth that will bring us to Nibbana. I
Yung
think so.
online Kalyana with
So does that mean only a Buddhist country is a patirupadesavasa?
Oh no,
Okay.
because UK is not. UK
Why
is
not?
not Buddhist country ใช่ป่ะ
Yeah, it's not a Buddhist country, but still, do you think it's a patirupa or not?
I think UK is the proper country for study Buddhism, study
So,
Dhamma, because there are many monks like you and other ajahns in many temples in UK, such as พระอาจารย์เหลา พระอาจารย์เหลา and พระอาจารย์สุมณะ and
But I know.
and more
please.
Oh, this is one soon.
So it's not just that Thailand is a patirupa. So that means not only Thailand is a patirupa desavasa.
yes there
UK
are many
also.
countries such as Burma India Nepal and Sri Lanka. I think Sri Lanka is very proper patirupadesavasa.
So does that mean only Buddhist, the only country where there are Buddhist temples or Buddhism is counted as a patirupadesavasa?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
And
Japan is too.
We were talking about amulets. Do you think amulets are good or not?
I think it's not good.
Why not good?
It's just the thing that อะไรมอมเมาthat make people to the wrong way and can stimulate greed and moha
Don't you think that helps someone to learn Dhamma?
Maybe this may be the leading point of some people to study Dhamma, but I think it's very little.
Very little.
Because many people who like amulet don't learn about Dhamma. They always อะไร
Play with the amulet.
Say,
always have greed
look for something.
and sell and buy amulet. Right?
So it's like an investment.
Yes. In
Does it
Thailand,
increase in value over time?
you know, ท่านข่าว there are five famous amulets in Thailand. That one may be more than 500,000 baht.
500.
Wow, it's so
Oh,
wrong.
some
It's
maybe
so bad.
some maybe many million
2 million 2 million
ใช่ไหม
อะไรนะ
เบญจภาคีอ่ะ
It sounds so wrong.
Right.
Like,
One of our member in Aberdeen, few years ago, he bought an amulet. Do you know how much was it? 12,000 pounds.
12
Oh, how many baht?
12,000 คูณ 40
wow, why?
โอ้ฮะ
So who
ใช่ไหม
sold it?
12,000 pounds.
half million
Not million. It's about 600,000 baht.
อืม
Oh,
That was investment.
about 500,000 ครับ
Yeah, about
some
five.
some amulet in Thailand maybe 5 million เนาะ
Who does
เป็นจ
who
ภาคี
who's amulet?
This general.
Just not like, is it someone famous? Like,
Okay.
oh,
So do you think good or not good?
for the whole
this sounds terrible.
result is not good
Yeah, this sounds terrible.
Okay.
It's like scamming people, like making them like, oh, it's so bad, so bad.
yes
Okay.
you know some amulet can lead someone to kill
Oh,
people too
I have bought one amulet,
Huh?
which was about 25,000 baht, which is 600 pounds.
why
Long time ago. Yeah. I bought one.
why did you buy
That time I had a faith in it, and as soon as I arrived in the UK, and I thought, why did I buy it?
oh, wow. I hope this don't go to Sri Lanka.
Okay, so like that. Anyway, so today we just talk about the patirupadesavasa, and we were talking about Sri Lanka, Thailand, and other countries as a place where there is a facility to go and learn Dhamma. So it helps us to grow our spiritual path. That's the first chakra we study. And following sessions, we will continue on others. Okay.
okay
Anything you want to add or ask before we say goodbye?
oh ท่านคาน could you teach us me and ท่านจีฟ for English conversation and we are teach you for Thai language
Okay, yeah,
okay
yeah, good deal. Yeah, I would
okay
like
deal
that. Yeah. I don't know how to teach, but okay.